and welcome to my review of True Detective Season 3, Episode 8, M Found. And I want to talk about a few things. Mainly, to begin with, I want to talk about the idea of time, and then later talk about genre versus character. So first, let me explain about time. One of the most famous lines in Season 1 is the one delivered by Russ Cole when he says that time is a flat circle. But in this season, we get a contrasting idea, and that's when Amelia appears to Wayne and says to him that stories never end, they just continue, they go on, and that time heals itself. Now, those two ideas could not be more opposed. Time being a flat circle means that things are going to keep repeating over and over again. There is no conclusion. But time heals itself is a more optimistic notion. And we can see that in the episode. For when we have the two children, Will and Julie, and Will gets killed and Julie's taken away, at the very end of the episode, we see Wayne's two grandchildren ride by on bicycles, a boy and a girl. Time has healed itself. When we see the relationship between Wayne and Roland break apart at the very end, when they're on the deck with all of Wayne's family, they have reunited again. So time has healed itself. It's found its own solution. And I find that to be a very comforting idea. But in a way, it's also opposed to the character of Rust, because Rust was an atheist. As an atheist, you can't help but believe that the world is fallible, because there is nothing there to support the world. But if you do believe in a God, the only way that time is going to heal itself, always right itself, is if there is a creator underlying all. So in some ways, the philosophy that time will right the ship only works if you believe that there's a being that's somehow directing it towards the proper conclusion. The final idea I want to talk about is that of genre versus character. And I think that this will be a question people return to in the future when they discuss, was Season 3 a success? Because if you're looking at it in the terms of genre, then I think you can make the case it was a failure. We weren't given a proper villain. For all the time we invested in the mystery, there were loose ends along the way. There was no final confrontation. There was a long 10-minute scene of exposition to fill the viewer in on what the solution to the mystery. And people who go in with the genre expectation of having all the loose ends tied up, a proper battle or confrontation with the villain, and avoiding exposition, they're going to be unhappy. However, if you are approaching the season for the character piece, then you are more likely to be happy, because you have many scenes between Hayes and Amelia, many scenes between Hayes and West. And so if you were there to see development of character over 8 episodes with really fine performances, then you are likely to be satisfied with what the last episode gave. And I count myself as one of those. My timer did not go off. Now that's all for now. I hope you too enjoyed the season. If you did not, please leave a comment. What did you have problems with? If you did enjoy it, did you share my opinion, or do you have your own views on why the 6th season was a success? That's all for now. Take care and be well.